Hi, and welcome to your last lecture for this course. This is lecture 2 of 2 for week 5, which covers chapters 15 and 16. We will conclude with the topics Codes of Ethics and the Ethical Administrator. Chapter 15, our focus is on an introduction to Code of Ethics, rationale for Codes of Ethics, Codes of Ethics for Healthcare Organizations, review of codes for healthcare administrators, learning from other codes known as bicodal, and limitations of codes. So what is the significance of Code of Ethics? Codes of ethics provide information on acceptable behaviors. Whereas society uses religious guidelines and laws for guidelines, professionals in general also need guidelines or codes to keep them within the parameters so that they will not abuse their power in various roles. Professionals also need them to know what the profession expects of them. Codes are based on ethical reasoning and society's expectation, and they give guidance on how to deal with ethical issues. However, it is important to remember that codes serve only as guidelines. They are not the law. So what's the rationale for using codes or codes of ethics? In healthcare, you will encounter numerous issues that require making ethical decisions. Some may be easy and some may not be so easy. Having a code of ethics provide guidance for making such type decisions. Codes act like an ethics vitamin. It helps to set boundaries, if you will. They are not just words, they should regulate your actions as well. So also professionals refer to them as self-regulating guidelines. Codes are part of professional socialization and also are used to help avoid any other downside of administration. Healthcare is a multidisciplinary profession and is comprised of much diversity in regards to patients and employees. Consequently, the culture of healthcare is very different from other businesses. There is a special trust and fiduciary duty. Ethical practices must be a part of the organization's policies and procedures to uphold fiduciary duty and meet society's expectations. Organizational codes of ethics must also be available and aligned with the organization's mission, vision, statements. Collaborations must be used to create ethics codes that are used within the health organization. A consistent review of current laws and regulation is needed and highly recommended. Codes need to be written in clear language, and training of the codes must occur on a consistent basis. The world of healthcare is ever-changing. It is imperative for healthcare administrators to maintain a balance between determining what is best for the patient and which resources to eliminate to ensure that the financial goals are met. This is just one of many unique ethical challenges healthcare administrators face. To assist and use as some type of benchmark, if you will, with such type or similar type of ethical decisions, healthcare administrators may refer to the American College of Healthcare Executive Codes of Ethics. To review this Codes of Ethics in depth, you may Google it and log on to ache.org. A healthcare's primary ethical duty is to serve those who seek healthcare and create a better healthcare system. The ACHE Code of Ethics describes 8 areas of responsibility. These areas include duty to the organization, the employees, and the community. Violation of the code can pretty much end a career for healthcare administrators. Administrators for long-term care facilities must adhere to the Code of Ethics of the American College of Healthcare Administration, better known as ACA. The ACA Code features prescriptions and postscriptions that provide guidance for that administrator. These two are self-regulating, and again, these administrators have a duty to the public, to their patients, as well as to other health professionals. Public health administrators are advocates for those who are in lesser positions in a community and respectful of the rights of individuals. They address community health issues and make policies that affect the community. In addition, they protect confidentiality, ensure competency of the employees, and collaborate with other healthcare professionals within the industry. Bicodal is a common practice or term associated with the profession of healthcare administration. This means that the healthcare administrator could be members or part of a clinical profession such as nursing, nurse practitioners, physicians, etc., as well as be in healthcare administration or overseeing that healthcare entity. Healthcare administrators must therefore adhere to both codes of ethics contingent upon their clinical discipline. So for example, you may be a nurse and also hold a position as a healthcare administrator over a hospital, long-term care facility, physician group practice, or what have you. Regardless of what it is, you must adhere to the professional code of ethics for both the nurse, since you are a clinical administrator, and also just from an administrative perspective. So you have that dual or that bicodal responsibility. This slide that you're viewing now and the next sequential slide highlights codes of ethics from other professions. Some scholars argue the need for having codes of ethics. Their argument is based on the beliefs that, for the most part, some professionals are not even aware of their code of ethics. Codes are not needed if people are moral. Codes are about the profession and not ethics itself. And that the codes are only guides. They cannot be enforced like the law. And that the codes need to relate to the real world and just not to an individual or a subgroup of individuals. To conclude our discussion for this course, let's focus our attention on why you should practice as an ethical administrator. Let's look at Chapter 16 entitled Practicing as an Ethical Administrator. Possessing and maintaining good character and reputation is critical for healthcare administrators. Saying you are ethical and not being ethical is ethics hypocrisy. Ethics hypocrisy undermines authority and trust, thus leading to unloyal staff, poor productivity, lack of respect, and other undesirable outcomes that ultimately affects the success of the organization and your success as a healthcare professional. The textbook referenced 5 key functions healthcare administrators might utilize to maintain ethical practices and more integrity: planning, organizing, staffing, influencing, and controlling. The planning function sets the future direction for the organization and its departments. It also includes establishing the mission, vision, goals, and objectives for an organization or department. The organizing function of healthcare includes the correct placement of activities, materials, and staff to accomplish the goals and objectives of the strategic plan. Ethics-based healthcare administrators should be sure to address ethics issues related to job design and redesign, be ethical when matching the best person for the job, and remember the ethics of delegation. The staffing function includes recruitment and hiring to assure quality employees. The influencing function refers to the process of getting the work done and getting it done in a timely manner and efficient manner. The controlling function monitors activities and ensures the meeting of the organizational goals and objectives. The process includes developing performance measures, evaluating those measures, and taking necessary corrective action. Coupled with these 5 key functions of maintaining ethical practices within your organization, Morrison also recommended alternate resources that healthcare administrators could utilize to provide further insight regarding the applications of ethics in everyday life and building an ethics-based culture within a healthcare organization. For example, reading ethics-based novels or pictures that address ethical issues within a healthcare environment. Going to a theater, watching plays, or watching various movies and television programs. All of these are just a few of many anecdotes that can help give you a greater insight on how you may enhance or improve your ethical-based practices in your organization. Healthcare administrators should be open to new experiences and to finding the ethics lesson in the world around them. That said, are there any questions? If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. And congratulations, this concludes the last lecture for this course. You may now proceed to take the self-assessment quiz, and it has definitely been an honor and a pleasure serving you. I pray God's blessings upon each of you. Happy last day of class, and good luck on your final exam. Blessings.